Guys, coming to you from my garage here. I was gonna give a quick tutorial on tube jig setup. This is something that I found here. Depending on the size of the tube you're gonna use, you're definitely gonna wanna select the hook that fits best with that tube. This is a smaller tube, it's a 2.5 inch tube. You can see here the shank of this tube is shorter, so you're gonna wanna use a shorter shank hook with that smaller tube. This is a 3.5 inch tube jig, and this shank's quite a bit longer than the other one, as you can tell. Sorry, I'm doing this with one hand, but you're gonna want that longer shank so that your hook's gonna sit at the right spot, and I'll show you that. This is a 4-inch tube, and I still use this tour grade Strike King hook with that. Let me show you after I set them up. All right, guys, so you can see there the 2.5 inch tube. Obviously it's much shorter, so we use that shorter shank. 3.5 sits perfect right there. 4, it's almost a little bit too big, but it works. You can make it work. Let me show you what hooks you're gonna look for. So these are the hooks you're gonna look for. These are the Strike King tour grade. They've got great sharp hooks on them. They obviously come in different weights. These are the 1/8 ounce, but I use 1/8, 3/16, quarter, 3/8, depending on the depth of the water that I'm fishing. For the curly tails, what I like to use is the Z-Man Power Finesse Shroom Jig Worm jig heads. And these are important too with my curly tails. The reason I say that is a lot of times you'll get these little teeny short shank ones, and the hook just does not go in far enough on that bait. So these are the specific ones that you're gonna wanna look for. If you can't find these specific hooks, look for something with a longer shank. These are Z-Man, this like the football head ones, and those ones work great too. This is a 1/4 ounce one. I really like this one. What you're looking for is that shank. You want something long enough that it pokes out at the right spot on your bait. Rather than having it come out clear up here, you want it to come out more towards the bottom so that you don't get as many short strikes.